and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for December 3rd, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern, Thursday. A little heads up for people on the new, that I introduced last night, the new biological turn back the clock reverse aging formula to peel 20 to 25 years of aging off the body biologically. If you need my ID number, it's 904186. If you click on the link from the website, weareonelightforall.net, sometimes it will ask you for my ID number, and that is 904186. Just wanted to get that because some people were that was being asked of them. We're also going to have a Saturday call, and I gave some of the information on that last night, and then I'll give some more tomorrow at the meditation on Friday. It is profound formula for the civilization of the planet. So, none of us, we are not this demanding ego. We are the light of pure consciousness that is always on, always bright, and always shining. Whatever the thing is that you constantly crave for and incessantly desire in life is the product of your burning, fixated ego. And this ego is too proud to trust in life and believe life is magical, highly intelligent and benevolent. So our egos like to feel like that they're in control of this great, unfathomable mystery. Because if we look deeper down into the low points of our lives, we will see the ego actually feels powerless, a bit lost, needing attention and abandon. It has gotten lost in these delusions and has forgotten how to trust, relax, enjoy life, and celebrate the magical unfoldment of this amazing universe. So, not to worry, do not worry. We're all signed up for a demanding ego just so that we could have the delicious experience of transcending it. Our egos were put there so that we can transcend them. So it's quite an interesting adventure with our egos. Quite an interesting adventure. Something that I think is very prevalent on this planet I don't think any of us are exempt from it. And in this meditation, seriousness is a disease to the soul. Seriousness is a dis-ease to the soul. A man who knows the divine has a sense of humor. If you meet someone who has no sense of humor, you can be certain that he is a pretender. Knowing the divine brings sincerity, and all seriousness disappears. Knowing brings a playfulness, and knowing brings a sense of humor, and a sense of humor is an absolute must. Let this always be remembered, Osho. Have you ever noticed that your level of suffering is directly related to how serious your attitude about life is? I don't think a lot of us look at that. But have you ever noticed that the level of your suffering is directly related to how serious your attitude about your life is? The more serious any of us are about things, the harder our life becomes. But I don't think that we consciously identify that. I think we're a lot of times so caught up in things. But when you begin to address that with yourself, so the more serious that I am about things, the harder my life becomes. So why do we continue being serious? What's the purpose for any of us being serious about anything? I mean, do we think we'll reach enlightenment faster by being serious? Do you honestly believe that you will attain your ego's desires with more joy and effortless ease if you're super serious about them? Seriousness is a contracted, controlling, egoic energy which blocks every one of us from being relaxed, happy, and able to move energy into form, create into reality, or manifest your desires effortlessly. Your energy becomes like a grit teeth or tight fist or tense body, which makes it hard to let any form of abundance in. And seriousness comes from an over-controlling ego who is addicted to desire. It's serious because it just doesn't know how to manifest with joy and effortless ease. It has to control everything. It has to have a tight agenda and make sure every tiny step along the way is successful. It's forgotten that real success in this life is being in love each moment along the way. Each of us can have a deep, sincere life, having real honesty, integrity, and not get caught in the trap of seriousness at all. The first step begins with noticing the difference between when you are being serious and when you're being sincere. You can feel the subtle difference in your chest and body. Your heart, chest, and chest will feel more lightness and sincerity and feel heavy and controlled with seriousness. And when you are serious, you are coming from your ego, mind, head. And when you are being sincere, you are coming from your heart and soul. So when you look underneath the energy of seriousness, you see that the ego is there, deeply attached to some future outcome. And when you look under the energy of sincerity, it has an even deeper quality to it, one that is coming from love, being patient, kind, light, and non-attached. Seriousness is very goal-oriented and ready to fight for the ego's survival at any moment. Sincerity is more loving, conscious, and living beyond the material world on the spiritual path. So the first step to transcending the ego's serious game is making the commitment to shifting your perspective. You must be willing to see each circumstance from a larger, more calming viewpoint that realizes you are an eternal being on an infinite journey. So you must always be discovering your true infinite divine nature if you're ever to be completely free from seriousness. This means that no matter what happens to you, to any of us in this life, whatever you decide to do or don't do, everything is going to be okay. You must realize that this deeply and intimately, and know that you are an eternal soul and an an unbounded consciousness whose real nature is as wild and free as pure starlight. It is a huge opportunity in this lifetime to stop being serious and start having fun. How many times in this life that people say, well, you're not serious enough. Why, you've got to be more serious about this. This isn't a joke. Why are you laughing? Have you ever been in that situation? Why are you laughing? Why aren't you so serious? This is serious. This is really, bad. It's serious. But you're laughing and smiling. Why? So it is a huge opportunity this lifetime to stop being serious and start having fun. Start with realizing that you are not just this body, nor this mind, nor any of the thoughts that you'll be thinking today. All these thoughts that you think are so important are not going to be important at all 10 minutes before you leave the body. Think about that now. So stop worrying about things and just focus on knowing the spiritual being you truly are, the God, the pure consciousness within that body. Experience the divine, sweet, undying essence of what you are in each circumstance and situation you get into. You must live the experience of this truth if you're truly going to seriously stop suffering completely. Otherwise, the needing, demanding ego will just take you down over and over again, down the road of being serious about everything and anything again and again and again. The ego is so very serious about its job, it cannot give up until you realize the truth of who you are. And you cannot own, capture, or collect anything of this material world. We really don't own anything. We don't capture or collect anything. Even though we go through those steps, we're going to leave the body, and all that's just stuff. Everything is borrowed, even your body. Your soul is the only thing that you bring with you on this infinite journey. If you could bring everything, where would you put it all? One day, we all will decide when to leave this body behind. Unless we ascend, and the only thing you can take with you is your consciousness. How much time do any of us need to spend being conscious, and how much time are we in our minds? So how much time do you spend being conscious, and how much time are you in your mind? Being serious is a mind game, and it only narrows all of our experiences of consciousness. It is impossible to achieve a deeper level of enlightenment, peace, joy, love, or fulfillment in this life by being serious about it. The only time that you reach success is when you get so tired of being serious that you relax. Then the mind and heart begin to open. You expand your thinking. Really expand your thinking, and raise your vibration high enough to enter a state of appreciation, joy, and love. Raising your energy into love simply happens all by itself. There's no rocket science. And when you're realizing the truth of who you are, that you are an infinite, eternal being at one with the very God source itself, at one with the God source itself. Life is not serious. Life is love. Life is laughter. Life is dance. Laughter in its purest form is a dance of all your energies. Laughter is one of the most evolved phenomena in mankind life. No other animal can laugh. It is Perhaps you're wondering how to approach this life's painfully serious situations, such as you or a loved one is facing a terminal illness, or you have to go through a divorce, foreclosure, bankruptcy, or perhaps even contemplating suicide. Life is a divine, chaotic organization, which makes it both easy and challenging. We each came here to go through some very intense emotional experiences which push us deeper inside ourselves. This is the only way we get beyond our busy ego mind and its need to control every aspect of this life. Painful, heart-wrenching emotional experiences force us to become extremely connected to our spiritual path and eventually reach the God source. Your pain is meant to break the ego open, to open your heart so that your mind follows along and opens to the divine. The pain is meant to make you dig deep down in yourself, creating roots in your being so that you get grounded in God. And the best way to deal with these serious emotional times is to go with them, into them, and through them until you're out the other side. In fact, that's the only way. This inner journey that we're all of requires that we trust in this divine loving source. And we know it is always here, encouraging each and every one of us to breathe, to relax, and remember that we are all lovable. They say that that which doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. You've heard that. We all have. What they didn't tell you is that death is what makes life so juicy and alive. Endings are always new beginnings, and there is a divine reason behind every experience that you have throughout your entire life. If you can take this more enlightened approach to life, I should say when you can take this more enlightened approach in life, to life, you'll find the lightness around your heart becomes 10 times brighter the week after you've made it through the darkest night of the soul. If your mind is seriously addicted to drama and you cannot find any way out, this is what you do. Immediately start practicing the attitude of gratitude. Be in the deepest, deepest, deepest of eternal gratitude. 24/7. Remind yourself constantly. What are you truly thankful for? Every day, all the time, I'm constantly going through what I'm truly thankful for in my mind and through my heart. All the time. It never stops. I am doing it all the time. I never get tired of it, ever. It's not boring. It's not tedious. It's not drawing and heavy. But I ask myself, what am I truly thankful for? If you want, you can do a visual. If you're a visual person, make a list and check it twice. Check it 3 times. Think about these ideas all day long. Eventually, and I mean it, this fact, eventually this exercise will liberate you from the seriousness, dis-ease. And once you start living in appreciation mode, the mind naturally wants to focus on what you are thankful for in each moment. Then, the serious disease, dis-ease, has to leave your life. It does. It has to leave your life. The heart opens huge with gratitude, and the over-analyzing, analytical, critical, worrying ego takes a long-needed vacation may never return. And the best advice I can give you is whenever you can, be non-serious. But what happens to us, see? It's the external authorities. It's other people. What are they going to think? And they're going to get angry with me. And they're going to do this. And that's the ego. So you be light, playful, laugh as often as you can. Let everyone else pretend that life is serious. You don't need this. Just because they are, there we go again, herd mentality, doesn't mean you have to. Let everyone else pretend that life is serious. You do not walk in the gallows with them. You do not walk into the gallows with them. Period. Be sincere in who you are. Yet don't be serious about what you find. Everything comes and goes. We all know that. Everything. And when it comes down to it, real integrity in this life is only between you and God. That's it. Real integrity in this life is only between you and the God. It has nothing to do with your ego or others' opinions of your ego. The ego is a lot like a shadow, something that is lacking true lightness. It's basically a figment of your imagination, so why buy into its serious love affair? When you weave a more lighthearted approach into your daily adventure, you will start discovering the secret to really enjoying your life is oh so very simple. Every person you know who is unhappy is addicted to seriousness. They are also deeply trapped in their ego minds. They are resisting, denying, suppressing, or addicted to the darkness, pain they are in. And so they are constantly attempting to get somewhere better instead of resting with the pain, giving it love, and being with what is. Serious people have forgotten how to trust this life. And that, this very moment, is the only place where the God source can be experienced. And once this source is made more important than the ego trip, the most ecstatic, blissful, divine experience of life will find you. You will not find it. It will find you. And the most fun-loving, healing, juicy energy is available in this very moment, in this very now, and will enter you instantly when you drop all seriousness from your mind and future completely. Discovering God is the goal of your life. That's all of our goal. Discovering the God within us is the goal of our lives. It is why we are here, having to live our lives. Once the mind surrenders to this real goal and truth, then you have a chance to be free. Knowing that God is laughter, lightness, and freedom. And as long as seriousness is there, the God source is pushed onto the back burner. And you've just delayed your experience of real bliss again. And one day the mind has to give up. It has to surrender to trust and see the bigger picture in each new moment. You don't have to give up your serious attitude completely to find total ecstasy. You get to. You don't have to, you get to. And discovering this attitude is the essential secret to transform heavy seriousness into enlightened sincerity and having all suffering instantly if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies. All of us are masters of the body. And so we communicate with the body. Let's relax. Let's drop our shoulders, drop our faces, and just let everything roll away. All stress, anxiety, seriousness, worry, fear, anger, pain, hatred. And when you embrace it all, you relax. A lot of us just run away from it. We just keep running. Think it's never going to catch up with us. It's going to keep running. And the funny thing is, it's right with us all the time because it's with us. So we just let it fall away. Let's relax our toes, you know. Let's move into smiling and being just absolutely ecstatic that you have this opportunity to be in that body that you're in, no matter what its condition, and just begin to discover the God within it. The body's going to say, great, I don't care to carry all this tension, stress, fear, anxiety. It's all illusion anyway. So body lets go and it begins to relax. You feel it too. You feel it through the heart mind. You feel your shoulders drop. You feel that ease coming over, a wave coming over your body. You don't have a care in the world. You move into bliss, the God within. And as you do this, you move into the now. And the now is all any of us have. Any of us are ever going to have. And the now, by moving into the now, we still the mind, we still the ego, and we still the subconscious mind. So all that chatter that we all have takes a break. And all we have is silence and a smile, a deep smile within us, relaxation, and the now moves us into nothing, just silence and being. No thoughts, just being. You're outside the mind. You're outside the ego. And how do you stay in the now? Your breath. Your divine positive energy. It's a lot more than breath. Easy breath in through the nose, easy breath out through the mouth. And what happens is that some of us we all go into the past, we all reminisce. Nobody's exempt from it. You know, we reminisce over some, things and experiences and stuff. But some of us will stay there way too long, and then we'll drag the past into a future that doesn't exist. We'll create that past, that future, out of that past, and we'll relive that past and that future. Others of us we have a tendency to just jump right over the now, and then we wander into a future that doesn't exist. What if this, or what if that? I wonder what would happen if this. And so we leave the most important of all, the now, by itself. And in the now, we create our futures, the space between heartbeats, every single moment to moment that you're focused on. That's the now. And when we wander off, because you will wander off from the now, you will know it. I just focus on my breathing, I'll be in the now again. And that's what will happen. And boy, I tell you what, you'll get used to that, and eventually, most of the time, you'll be in the now. Not part of the time, but most of the time. So use your breath. You don't have to go into a huge session. You could be walking around doing things and say, I'm going to focus on my breath so I can move into the now again. You're in no hurry. None of us are. Hurriedness destroys. Always remember that. Do not ever allow yourself to be seduced into hurry, because the ego mind is doing it to you. If you start feeling that feeling of hurry, just let it go. Walk right through it, give it a big smack on the lips, and let it go. You are no reason to be in a hurry about anything. So, in your heart, mind's motion picture, of which you're the choreographer, you're the director, you're the producer, you're the actors and actresses in it, you're everything. So in your heart, mind's motion picture, we look at our breath, our divine positive energy. We're relaxed. We've relaxed the body. And we're seated. So we take our divine positive energy, our breath, and we combine it with our God force, love light energy, which is our chi, ki, or prana, and we move them both up through the very center of our bodies to the top of our heads through 7 energy vortexes, 7 wheels of light called chakras. And each one is a different color. Each one has a different flower and a different geometrical shape within that flower. And we watch this. When we start with our red wheel of light, the root chakra. You can see this in your heart-mind motion picture. This is the Muladhara. It is your career, money mindset, and sense of belonging. It represents your foundation and feeling of being grounded, which means being in the now. It's located at the base of your spine and your tailbone area. Your emotional issues are survival issues, such as financial independence, money, food. Your physical association is your spine, your rectum, your legs, your arms, and circulatory system. Then we move to the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra, the Vadhisthana. This is your sexuality and pleasure. It is your connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. It is located in your lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. Your emotional issues are sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, and sexuality. Physical association is reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, immune system. And then we move to the golden yellow wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. This is your personal power and ability to channel. It's your ability to be confident and in the flow and in the now of your life. It's located in your upper abdomen in the stomach area. Your emotional issues are self-worth, self-confidence, and self-esteem. Your physical association is the central nervous system, the pancreas, the liver, digestive tract, and skin. Then we move to the emerald green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the Anahata. Love, relationships, and self-acceptance. It is your ability to love. It's located at the center of your chest, just above the heart. Your emotional issues are love, joy, inner peace. Your physical association is the heart, your thymus, your lower lungs, circulatory system, immune system. Then we'll move to the blue wheel of light, the Vishuddha, self-expression. It is our ability to communicate. Its location truth. Physical association, thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, vocal cords. And then we move to the third eye chakra, the ajna. Intuition, sense of purpose and direction in this life. It is your ability to focus on and see the big picture. See the forest through the trees through the forest, both or none. It's located on your forehead between the eyes. You call it the brow chakra. Your emotional issues are intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions. Your physical association is your pituitary gland, eyes, and sinuses. And then we move to the violet wheel of light, the Sahasrara, the crown chakra. This is your connection to the divine. It is the highest chakra. It represents your ability to be fully connected spiritually. Location is the very top of the head. Emotional issues, inner and outer beauty, our connection to spirituality and pure bliss. And your physical associations, pineal gland, brain, and nervous system. Now we've brought these two frequencies, these energies, and we've watched them as we've moved them all the way up through these energy vortexes, our chakras, which are basically our connection to the astral plane, to pure consciousness, the God, spirituality, physicality, and we hold it at the top of our heads. And then we hold it briefly, I am light, I am love, I am. And in that brief moment, we condense and compress these two frequencies into pure liquid energy, omnipotently powerful. And we release it over our pineal gland. Our pineal glands are really important to us in these physical bodies. Reason is because the pineal is the gateway to all the particles of existence. It's the gateway to pure consciousness, the God, divine perfection, and beyond, the astral plane. This is why it's always been suppressed, always attacked, incessantly. So you can view your pineal however you want, however you desire in your heart, mind's motion picture. I see it as a green ball, a rosebud. And when I release this pure liquid energy over it, it immediately explodes into a massive, fully bloomed, beautiful rose, multicolored petals, beautiful fragrance. It shimmers and it sends out waves of complete bliss. It's saturating me, constantly reminding me that I am the bliss within. In those waves, you're the bliss. Embrace the bliss. You're the bliss. Embrace the bliss. You're the love. Embrace the love. And all of the gateways are open. All the particles of existence, astral plane, pure divine essence, the God, the pure consciousness, it's all opened. And then, all at once, you're everywhere. We're also consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And our body, our heart mind, the ego, the mind, the subconscious mind, the spirit, the soul, the higher self, pure consciousness, the God, all one, all one. And so we're heaven on this earth. And every step we take, we create paradise. And we discover the light within us, the love, the bliss, the joy that we are, consciousness, and then we flood everything around us with our light. Any low dark matter frequency, survival matter frequency cannot sustain itself. We are all the brightest lights ever to be created, ever will be created. It's for us to discover, not in seriousness, but in sincerity, just how bright our lights are within us. We have others with us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. We have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Abundancia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua, many, many, many more. And the archangels, they're a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. That's why we don't see them like we see each other. But they're there, and we meet with them, and we talk with them in this life. We don't usually know it at the time, but it's usually after that we have this little rush of bliss and a lightness. It's having an angel. That was great. And then you're reminded briefly of the bliss that you are. And 50, 60,000 can surround any one of us at any one time because of their vibrational frequency. They can house a large number in a small area. Ascended masters are those who have mastered ascension into body, out of body, whole pure consciousness, God form. We have ascended into body, mastered the body, create experiences while in the body to perfect our creation. The ascended masters and the archangels are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. We're all compelled. We're reflections of each other. We're all teaching each other eternally, always. And so we're compelled to call out in this liberation of this planet, and this now, and this meditation, and we're calling out to all of the reflections of all of us, all the light energy beings, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And they come in the googleplexes. One googleplex will fill this entire universe. They come in the trillions of googleplexes from every direction. And they're with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming this circle of light, liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation of forming the circle of light. Liberation of this planet. We're only familiar with a handful of them. Barely. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every day. Trillions travel the universes every day. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with includes all of their levels, all their species, the good, the not so bad, and the not so good, and the bad. And we have the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Feline, the Zeta Reticuli, consciously aware, like all of us, in our highest vibrational frequency of deep eternal love and gratitude, can be in this meditation. And they come in the billions, and they've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they're with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, this meditation, the formula circle of light. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the formula circle of light. We're only familiar with a handful of them. Barely. There's trillions, shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations of which many we've never ever seen before. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with are the fairies, the elves, the sprites, the dwarves, the gnomes, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur. Many, many, many more. And they are with us now. And we're all together, arm in arm, hand in hand, all of our gods one. We're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, abundance, prosperity. We're all one, and we're all God, and we're all love. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, and it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a massive circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya. This is our reflection of the true gods that we are, and the perfect, absolute perfect divineness. It is deep eternal love and gratitude, the bliss, the joy, the sincerity, all of it, part of us. And this light is so brilliant and so bright that it grays out the sacredness of space. It would take 1,000 billion suns in this solar system to even come close to its radiance. It floods all of our brothers and sisters, all the inhabitants of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now head to toe, inside and out. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe is, eternally. We continue to levitate above the planet. And as we do this, we're met with a massive gossamer field, an ocean of glitter, all little tiny mirrors reflecting brilliant, beautiful, different colored lights everywhere, flashing everywhere. All of us reflecting each other. All of us learning from each other, teaching each other. All one. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. met with the purple, violet, blue flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We're then met with the white fire. This is a column that reminds us all that we are from head to toe, inside and out, eternally encased, encapsulated in a white fire armor of God, light, love, force, energy. It cannot be penetrated by any external force whatsoever. Cannot be violated, cannot be seduced, cannot be harmed ever by any external authority, any power. But only you have the power that if you decide to lower your lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies, whether consciously or unconsciously, hatred, greed, manipulation, deceit, deception, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow all the dark matter, survival matter, lower frequencies in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you are then met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column that reminds us all that if we do lower our frequencies low enough to allow these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies in, we'll bring in the purple transmuting flame. We will transmute all of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutralized substance, and we'll send them to pure consciousness where they are no more. They're gone, vaporized, permanently. Then we're met with the violet ray. This is a column that reminds us all. We can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can purify and cleanse the area where the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our harmony in the highest of the highest high vibrational frequencies of deep, pure, eternal love and gratitude. And sincerity. We continue to levitate above the planet, and as we do so, some of us step outside our physical bodies, if we're carrying them, and float effortlessly above them. And as we continue to levitate, we come across this massive crystalline light tower. We all created this crystalline light tower. It's larger than the solar system. So we just look inside, we see this massive oblong sphere, and in the center we see this beautiful golden white shimmering light that's sending out these barely visible warm misty waves of deep eternal love. And we feel it warmly. It hits our skin and it just sinks in, and it's like a golden glitter, and we feel it, and it's actually the reflection of the deep eternal love that we are. And then we have all of these colored rings around it, all beautiful colors, vibrant, emanating these similar waves of mist, glitter, of gratitude, joy, of bliss, of gentleness, of kindness, of generosity and humbleness, of tranquility, of benevolence, of prosperity, abundance, of wealth, well-being, endlessly. You feel it. See it in your heart, mind's motion picture. You feel this penetrating you. All reflections of each and every one of us. We continue to levitate up, and then we see our meditative sphere. It says center circle. We all created this sphere almost 3 years ago. It holds almost 1,100 of our meditations in perpetual motion. all of the love that we are, all of the deep eternal gratitude that we are, all of the bliss that we are, all of the divine perfection that we are, is housed in this meditative sphere with our sincere intent of love, deep eternal love, gratitude, and bliss, and the liberation of all of our brothers and sisters in all life, on in, above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this sound, this meditation. This is why the meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. You can feel it as it seeps in. All of this, all the liberation, all of it. To be spiritually awake for all of us means that we are fully present to this eternal celebration of life in each moment. There is no judgment about good, bad, right, wrong. We are simply in a state of awe and gratitude for what is. This is completely an effortless task. Yet even effortless is too much a word to truly discover it. Go about your day even more freely, even more in sincerity, not seriousness. Lightly, in laughter, effortlessly. And then you ever have in your entire life. Make celebration of existence the number one commitment throughout today. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out.